If you guys could time travel, would you rather travel forwards or backwards?
Oh, forwards.
Forward.
Forwards.
Forwards.
Yeah, but what mysteries await us in the future, boys? Come on, like let's think it.
I would travel 2 years ahead when I can go outside.
Oh, true. Just enough to get over this.
Just enough to get over this hump. I think.
Let's say you can time travel like forwards or backwards, but you're stuck. It's one way.
Oh.
Like how far ahead in the future do you go?
100 years, something crazy.
Oh, dude, but then you have no friends and you have no family. Like you are literally just a sole person from the
like
past.
Futurama.
And the thing,
show turned out okay.
You may have no friends or family, Swagger, but you do have the perfect icebreaker, which is, hey, this is crazy, but I'm actually a time traveler. I come from 100 years in the past.
And then you get admitted into an insane asylum.
Yeah, then you make
100 years in the future.
world. You make friends with the walls.
Who knows if they even have insane asylum 100 years from now?
You make friends with the walls. You'd actually would. That's the thing. You fucking would.
The thing that's weird is that if you're traveling into the future, you no longer exist in that present or future until you reappear. So if you go into a time machine right now and travel 10 years in the future, you're a missing person for 10 years. So imagine that grief that you would put your family and your friends through. You don't know if you travel 10 years in the future and then your family, or like your mom or your dad is so stricken with grief
Just
that
leave
they've
them a
lost
note.
one of their kids that
Leave them a note, bro. They'll be fine.
I don't know.
Hey guys, just hear me out. I'm traveling to the future, okay? You might miss me, but
like that's the thing. Like I wouldn't want to travel in the future, probably for that reason, because of like the people that I'm connected to in the present. Traveling in the past, though, is a different story. I'd probably be more keen to go in the past than the future, so I'm kind of changing my answer here.
There's that risk of how much you'll fuck up the future and how much you'll change.
Oh well,
the butterfly effect,
I mean, technically speaking, you're branching timelines. So the timeline that you existed in, where you didn't time travel, will still go on as normal. But me going back in the past is a completely different, time thing. And
you'll also disappear in the present, though. Again, if you travel into the past, correct?
Yeah.
So you'll have the same thing of causing your family and loved ones grief, unless you leave them a note or a video or something explaining your situation. But if you time travel into the past, can you actually interfere with the?
No, because if you're traveling into the past, then you're going to be in the past and you're still going to exist. You could be in a timeline where you're walking around, like two of you, and it's just a completely different timeline.
Yeah,
so,
but how? What? Okay,
it would just be one timeline where your family's grieving of your absence, and then the second one would be exactly the same. Chances are you could go back and just make sure that you yourself don't actually travel back in time to keep your family happy in that timeline, and then you enjoy the benefits. You just have to write that down on your to-do list. Go 20 years in the past. Be like, all right, in 20 years, I have to just fucking, unplug the time machine.
Time traveling can be stress-free as long as you tidy up after yourself, is what you're saying. As long as you just keep the timelines clean, you don't fuck up to it.
Nah. As soon as you go back in time, it's a completely different thing, and it's all weird. Now, time machines aren't really like a thing, but wormholes are. Wormholes are cool. Right? Yeah. Those are things that are actually like theoretically possible. We've never seen one, but they're fucking really cool. You go into space, there's a little wormhole, you go through it, and then you travel a short distance in between just giant, swaths of light years or whatever. And then you pop out another side, and you could technically be, 1.4 billion years in the past. Or something to that degree, because if you look at like a galaxy in the sky,
it's possible to go back in time in a wormhole.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. It's really weird because of how time space is connected. I read like a Wikipedia article and I saw a bunch of videos, but this was like 2 years ago, so I could be completely bullshitting the science.
He was gonna say.
But the gist of it is like if you look at this star, in the night sky, and you see a galaxy, and the scientists say, okay, well, this galaxy is, fucking 2,000 light years away. What is it? Isn't it like the galaxy is 2,000 years old because it took 2,000 years for that light? No, it's for the light to reach. So when you're looking at it, you're seeing it from 2,000 years ago. right? So if you were able to travel instantaneously to that, I guess it would still be there, wouldn't it? I don't know, dude. My brain's fucky. I hate the subject because it's so fucking hard.
The listeners'
it's
brains
so
as well.
fucking hard to discuss. I can. We're all just fucking retards. Oh my god.
Time traveling is always so confusing.